This is a presentation of Fox Sports, home to Major League Baseball, the National Football League, and NASCAR.
To green in front of a capacity crowd.
DW, it's going to be hot. It's going to be slick. Reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, baby. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
This is going to be white knuckle stuff. These first few laps. My name's Adam. Thanks for checking out the video. Race 3 in our Willy Wonka 2005 season. When things settle in a little bit, I'll talk about the track. This is the 2018 Las Vegas. Big thing is the AI gains on us in the turns, and we gain on them on the straightaway. There's a whole thing with the INI file I can fix, kind of, with drag ratios and whatnot. But we have good lap times with the AI, good tire wear towards the end of the run. We have like a 35 to 40 lap window, closer to 40. 107 laps, that'll give us 2 stops. You can see how much we close on them on the straightaway, but then you see Labonte get a huge run in the turn like that. That's just something we have to remember, that's all. Huge run, but then if we dive into the turn, you can see whoever's behind us gets that run. Nemechek, it looks like. But then we'll pull away. Good starting position here, 14th. And that's because I've had to run pretty much 1.5 fuel runs here, testing it. Because the first one, I got to lap 20 and Jeff Green took us out. Or, you know, what's happening in the turn right there with Nemechek, I wasn't prepared for it, and Green spun us out. So I was halfway through the run, and then I had to take a little break. And then jump back in and do another run. And then when I qualified, I knew the track pretty well. Somewhere in the first 10 laps or so, I'll throw up the points. I'm not really going to talk about them that much. They come to the forefront later in the season, obviously, when we're checking things out, but in the early going, it's kind of whatever. Also, I didn't want to at Daytona to list all of the leaders, everybody who led a lap and everything in the post-race. And then I just straight up forgot to do it at California. So I'm going to start doing it this race. So yeah, it's a nice little fast version of Vegas. If you look in the rear view in the turns, I'm kicking up a lot of sparks. I'm using the setup from the base Las Vegas track that came with the game, and I'm using it on this Las Vegas, and the banking's probably changed, and a lot of things are different, so we're really dragging in the turns. That might be why we're slow in the turn. But that doesn't explain why we're super fast on the straights. So I made a note of it. Made a note of everything to fix it after this season. And then the next time we run Vegas, it'll be pretty good. That's all the housekeeping stuff I can think of. There's still some K bushes in the standings and whatnot. I don't have that workflow down yet as far as making sure. Like, we're using U bush and Y bush. All I have to do is change them in the standings, or change their names on the game itself, and that'll get everything in line. We may finally get Kenseth here. It's just tricky. We set him up thinking we have him, then he runs away from us. I got to find a little bit better grip in 3 and 4. I got to find a better line there, and then we'll be in good shape. I just want to get around Kenseth. That's the main. That's the main deal we're trying to do right now. I think that's going to be our best shot, is getting a big jump down the straightaway, the front stretch, and then trying to get him in 1 and 2. It's a handful. I'm not even going to try doing it here because I know I can't get him. I think we got him now, though. Just a huge run. Oh. And then we can't run that line in 3 and 4 because then we don't get a jump on them. We'll figure it out. Great big run here. Let's really drive her in here. It didn't work. But we're finally side by side coming off. There we go. And then we got to stick this decently enough to keep him back there. And we should take off from him. All right, that's one guy down. I think we got 12 or 13 more to go.
Jason Bateman is the winner of the Golden Globe for Best Actor.
Oh, goody.
But his family tree is full of nuts.
You're a wonderful man, but you have no courage.
Thought I heard my mom.
Arrested Development. All new next on Fox.
Not much has changed. We're reeling in these guys in front of us. The guys behind us have fallen off big time. I think I skipped 8 or 9 laps there. During the break, I flipped through the standings and I saw Kurt Busch as a lap down, so I probably showed what happened to him. All right, this is the important part of the run as far as all my number crunching I do. As far as the AI being strong at the end of the run, which is what we want. I'm guessing that's Kurt Busch ahead of the pack up here. We have another straggler up there too, Dave Blaney. And actually, we're going to get a lot of green flag laps here so far, 32 so far. So what I want to do is check out the real Las Vegas race that year and see how long it takes for the leader to start lapping cars, because maybe the field's a little bit too tight. Who's pitting here? Jeff Gordon. I think that's an unscheduled stop. I had this dialed in to the late 30s, easily the late 30s. Pit stops. Tires are a factor, though. Their tires are more than fine. They stop for fuel. Nope, I missed it. Nope. Oh, goodness. Let's be careful. Was that Jeff Burton again? Was that Jeff Burton again? Oh, Jeff Gordon's going to be a lap down, and we're pitting here. Let's just stay focused. So, mid-30s. That's not good, because it's going to be 35, 70, 105. Everyone's going to have to pit at the end of the race again. But hopefully we get another caution, something happens. So I missed the numbers a little bit here. Okay, here we go. Kevin Harvick is not pitting.
Limit 45. Keep it under 35.
Jeff Gordon just took somebody out.
On the front stretch.
Jeff Gordon just took out Kevin Harvick. All right, the building, and then after the building, there's a screen. There we go. Let's make sure Kenseth doesn't get into us. You hear him chopping away. It's because I scraped the wall once during the commercial break. Nothing crazy.
In turn 2. Go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. Watch that.
Oh, I gunned it. I think we're in trouble.
In seconds. The pace cars on the back straight. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Stay behind.
Nope.
17 car.
In turn 2 now, coming around for the green flag for the restart. A lot of stuff happened after we saw Gordon get into Harvick. Or no. A lot of stuff happened after we saw the initial wreck. It was Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart, not Jeff Burton. Thought Jeff Burton was getting his third DNF already. But that's Tony Stewart's second. I think. Well, he was upside down. He's DNFing. And Jimmy Johnson got hit, but then that piled up everybody. And a big name that got hit was Kyle Busch, and that's his second DNF. And then Jeff Gordon just was speeding around the track for some reason, just plowed into, there he is. What a psycho. Plowed into Kevin Harvick. All right, fresh tire, new tires. Don't forget, new tires. Let's make sure we know what we're doing here. Gordon's slower than molasses. He might cause a wreck back there. The field's just insane. Tell you what, I'm more than happy with letting Rusty Wallace go. So we don't have to worry about him while we work our tires in a little bit. Oh, man. So say everyone has a 34 lap window. That's 34, and 34 is 68. So we're going to be close to the end of the race. There might be stop and goes, or splash and goes. But the main thing is maybe one or two cars don't have to pit. And that puts us in a trouble spot. But something tells me we're going to be getting another caution or two. Accident on the front stretch, but no yellow. Let's let Ricky Rudd go. There's the yellow. Let's just tiptoe through here. Nothing anywhere.
Okay, we're under caution. Catch up to the end of the pacing line. Stay behind the 21 car.
Let's slow down. Stay out of their way. Is that Jimmy Johnson up there? Was he part of this wreck? Well, yeah, because he's probably slow too. There's a bunch of cars that are slow. We got 8 cars now out of the race. No, Jimmy Johnson's out of the race. I'm guessing that's Brian Vickers then. Oh, we got pit stops.
Pit road is now open.
So that's going to fix our...
Limit 45. Keep it
That's going to
under
fix our window.
3,500 in seconds. The pace cars on the front stretch.
All right, we're waiting for the big building.
Now. Keep it on 3,500
And then the
seconds.
screen after it.
Remember, don't pass the stop sign at the end of pit road.
These are the...
The pace cars in turn 1.
I'm really delicate coming into the pit. Oh no, they're fueling up only. Because I'm an idiot. That's what happened.
In turn 2.
I'm not a smart man.
Go, go, go! Limit
I forgot to
45.
turn them off.
Keep it under 3,500 in seconds. The pace cars on the back straight.
Of course they would just top off for fuel.
Okay, you're clear of pit
Okay.
lane. Stay behind the 24 car.
We have our work cut out for us. No problem. I was born for this. Here we go. I saw that Brian Vickers and Jeff Green have called it a day. Jeff Burton got hit. Not a DNF, but he's going to be in trouble. So we're at the back of the pack,
Get ready now.
but we're in 24th. We have 10 drivers out of the race and probably 5 or 6 others off the pace. So As long as we stay alive, keep the car in good shape, we might, we'll see. I think top 15 is a slam dunk. But we have to survive these wrecks, because there's a wreck coming. With these slow cars, the AI just can't figure it out. I might take the old Joe Gibbs Racing at Super Speedway strategies here and just hang out in the back. Let the field get collected by stuff. Well, boy, Jeff Gordon, his car isn't cosmetically damaged, but he is just slow as, you know what. I wanted these guys to fix it. They didn't want to, so we're just gonna take it. Tell you what, those first 30-some laps before the wrecks started happening, I mean, this was great stuff. It's still great, but I mean, I don't know. Could just be an outlier. You can't make assumptions of how a track is based on one race. The 1.5 fuel runs I did testing were all great, good racing. I was just learning the little things the AI does. Didn't have wrecks. So we're in 26 right now. We can just slowly pick them, just slowly dismantle the field. I should try utilizing that move more. But again, the AI never does it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to have an advantage. Another beat up car. That's Harvick, right? Is that Harvick? Yeah.
Clear outside.
I'm under you, pal. Thank you. I wonder what happened to Kurt Busch, where it wasn't just a flat tire or something. He's just slow. I most likely showed it, what happened to him. But we didn't get any call out about trouble in a turn or something. Look out. Here comes another wreck. He's coming up the track. Hang on to her. Hang on to her, buddy. Good job. There's Kurt Busch with his panic line. We're good. Bobby Hamilton's just hanging out in the grass this season. He was in the grass at Daytona. If you've watched my seasons, I don't know how many people watch these start to finish. If anything, it's just something to put on in the background when you're doing something. We have knock on wood, I mean, we have yet to be collected in a wreck. Like something in front of us that we just have absolutely no way to avoid. It hasn't happened yet. I mean, we did 30 some races. We've done almost 65, 66 races. And we haven't had that yet. And that's something you just have to trust me, I guess. Like, I don't start up a race and halfway through wreck and then restart it. I don't have the time to do that. This is just what you see is what you get right away. Like, I don't re-record races. 3 wide at this Vegas track, no thanks. So we're gonna back out of that. But Kurt Busch behind us is knocking. So we gotta go. Tell you what, we were in as much of a groove as we could be in before the cautions. I was figuring out, especially when we were passing Kenseth, I was just breaking him down mentally till we were able to get a pass. Let's get Sadler up there so we don't have to go 3 wide. Very good. Okay, so we're back into the white knuckle stuff, huh? Scott Wimmer here in the Caterpillar car. He's got to go. Get us below him. Nope. I found a nice little groove down here. Unfortunately, I don't know when pit stops are coming. Oh, Harvick. Popped up in my rear view. That was close. Now we're bottlenecked here. Again, 3 wide. No thanks. Nope. Tried to get Sadler up in front of Busch. That was not going to pan out. Yeah, I snuck it down in there. What of it, Sadler? This is just a hornet's nest up here. I'm not looking forward to this at all. Can't go 3 wide. There's just nothing good can come of it. Random caution. Okay, let's slow down. Avoid any AI panic lines. Just make sure those guys don't get into each other. Take a look at the lap number. Everybody's going to be pitting here, and then we're going to have... Let's make sure we didn't check anything off. We're going to have pit stops with about 8 laps to go if it goes green. I mean, we had a good green flag run there. We just got to do it again and not lose spots on the start, which I think it's inevitable. Okay, we're going in 22nd. Let's actually try to gain some spots and not be a coward.
45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
It just stinks. I wish I could put on cruise control so I can pay attention.
That speed now. Keep it on 3,500 in second. The pace cars in turn 1. You're now in the top 20. The pace cars in turn 2.
Ooh, that was tense. I just relaxed a little bit. Wow.
The pace cars on the back straight. Go, go, go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
Okay.
If you're on the go, you've got to have Esurance.
Get your quote at esurance.com.
Oh, here we go. Dale Jarrett in the lead on this restart.
Get ready now. Going green.
We got slow cars littered throughout the field.
Pace cars in.
We're in 21st. Let's not lose a position here. But we're just going to implode probably. But I'm fairly confident we'll be all right. Jeff Gordon holding up the show here. Big time. Nothing we can do except this. I mean, we got to stay off the top line, not get stuck up there because Gordon's holding everybody up. We got to be careful. Just couldn't hold it. Really unfortunate. Yeah. Come on, Gordon. Come on, Jeff Gordon. Go.
Clear.
All right, we have time to do. We have time to do stuff here. We can't. Jeff Burton wanted to go 3 wide, and that was all she wrote. Jeff Gordon's really messed up this race. But I mean, poor Mark Martin. But in a way, good Mark Martin, because he might be our ticket back to the front. This difficulty is just too strong. We can't get anything done. It's just the way she goes. You can't. I have these track difficulties set up to where you just can't Days of Thunder it. You know, Days of Thunder your way up through the field. You can't do it. Looks like it whenever we're passing these cars banged up from the wrecks. Riggs was for position. Wow. Wasn't Kyle Petty in a wreck? Pretty much all these cars we're picking off were in wrecks. Except for Wimmer up here. Dale Jarrett has stayed out in the lead. Terry Labonte up there in second. Ricky Rudd, Ryan Newman. Harvick in 14th. Yeah, if we can get side by side with them in the middle of 3 and 4, we have them. We'll get them going past the start-finish line with just our boost that we get. When we're here, he's probably a dead duck. Draft a little bit off of him. Dive down in this, but we have to stick it. We can't. Yeah, he's a dead duck now, too. All right, late race charge here. See what we can get done. We have some terrifying pit stops coming up. The last thing I want is a caution, because a caution will bring into play on the question on if they're going to change tires. Because if they change them and we don't, we're screwed. If they don't change them and we do, we're screwed with, not many laps left, so. Too many things to think about. I don't think Leffler was involved in anything. He might have been. All right, it's been 81 laps, and we're figuring out 3 and 4 finally. What a move. Well, I said we couldn't Days of Thunder it, but we're on a mission here. Then again, we can. With these slower cars at the back of the pack, like Boris said, should we be racing Boris said white knuckle for 5 laps to get around him? No. So, I mean, passing him won't be weird. No offense to Boris said. I'm just terrified of the eventual pit stops. I think that's Harvick banged up on the inside. There's 2 or 3 cars ahead of us. So these are this is all for position here. McMurray for position. This is where the bottleneck happens. Unless we can get McMurray up the track without going 3 wide. Good job. Don't come down here, butthole. He did. I don't want to take him out. It's just the way the car wants to dance on the backstretch. Feels like I'm just gonna spin him around. There we go. Yeah. Robbie Gordon's slowing up this show. Harvick! Oh. We got really close there. He's been a pain in the butt. Seems like every time there's a close call, I look in the rear view and Kevin Harvick's chirping at us. All right, Gordon going to hold up everybody on the top line. Let's stay on the bottom. Not lose this. Not lose this nook behind Bush. Gordon's going to drop down low like a clown. And we picked the wrong door. Rusty Wallace just took off up there. We gotta get under Gordon. Now we gotta get under Gordon. Or push Kurt Busch up. Just avoiding 3 wide by any means necessary. See, okay, I found why the AI is wrecking there. There's a groove in the track that just sticks you right there, and that's the middle groove, and it just refused to let me out of it. And we're not going to repeat it here. I'm not going to show it to you for fun. That's happened 2 or 3 times with Harvick. A couple other guys. We've seen it cause some wrecks. So that's a trouble little area. All right. Thank the heavens and the Lord that we're not in a crowd when these pit stops happen. Because I don't know when it's going to be coming. I don't know really what the AI's green flag pit entry and everything looks like. So would love to get around these guys too before pit stops. Because we're coming up on pit stops, by the way. It's going to be fuel only. There's a pitter. But we're also going to check the replay to make sure it's fuel only. As I concentrate on their fuel, I don't worry about what their tire wear is like. I just make sure we're on an even speed with them at the end of the runs. But their tires might be going to the point where they're going to pit here. They're going to take on tires, or at least two right sides. There's another pitter. Dancing on the end of a razor blade. Superhuman jump there. I think Mayfield slowed everybody up. We haven't run this top line at all. That might be what's happening here. Alright, we had another pitter there.
We got just 10 more to go. You're in the top 10. Car outside. Still there. Still there.
Oh, I almost forgot about that.
Leader's pitting now.
That revelation we had about 3 and 4. I almost forgot about it and bled up the track there.
Car outside.
Okay.
Clear outside. Car outside.
The one thing I want in life right now is to get around Casey Kane. I think I called him Mayfield earlier. It's going to happen all season long.
Stay low.
We want to not bleed up the track. Stay down here. Okay. There's the... He almost hit us. Okay. We're going to be pitting this time. We're going to get back on. We're going to get on... We're going to get on the back straight. Check the replay and see what they're doing. Oh, boy. Where are we at here? Pit lane. We got some tires there. Where's the big boys at? There's Newman. Ugh. Around we go. Here we go. Where's old Newman? Right here. Let's see what he does. Right sides. Right sides only. Dale Jarrett was the leader. What's he doing? Oh, he's on pit road right now. That just stopped. Hamilton took on 2. Wimmer took on 2. Taylor Boney took on 2. I'm terrified. I don't know. What to do. We've been down this road before. Terry Labonte took on 2. It's about to shut down right here. It's about to end, yeah. Okay. Casey Kane 2. So I think the play is to take on 2 tires. And fuel up.
Changing just the right sides this time. Right sides only. The leader's pitting now. Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500.
Oh, there. Oh, the Harvick. Oh,
Watch that speed now.
I almost said a bad word.
3,500 in seconds. Keep digging.
Yeah, keep digging. Dig this. Okay, Kenseth, 2 tires. Yeah, it's the right move. Drop it and go. Oh, you know what? I'm fueling up. I didn't change it to splash and go.
Go, 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 go! Keep it under 45. Keep it under 3,500 in seconds.
Need a pit crew. Or need a crew chief.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Here's Mike Bliss for position. Back in the 20s probably. Here's a Wimmer. All these cars we passed. Just embarrassing. Embarrassing. I wasn't even thinking.
Okay, merge when you can.
Might as well just throw my wheel out the window. Just not thinking.
The yellow flag is out. Let's go. Race back to the line. There's too much debris on the track.
Oh, why is there
Okay,
debris?
we're under caution.
Oh, that's why.
In turn 1.
Anybody behind us? Well, oh God. Oh God.
At the 6th car, there's a spin in turn 1.
Man.
Slow down.
Mears' car was hiding in that smoke. So hopefully some cars got taken out. We're going to get a better finish than we
Pit road is closed.
were going to. I mean, where were we? We were flirting with top 15, right?
Just 5 more to go. You're now in the top 20.
All right, 18th. We might have 2 laps to go, and I don't know.
We're going green next time by. Line up.
Ooh.
5.
1 lap. Oh, that's right. Single file too. Less than 10 to go. Single file. Let's just have fun. Look at Jeff Gordon in 24th. Case in point of why you stay out and run laps, pick up points, because he got hurt at the beginning of the race and could have been part of the early DNFs. But has somehow survived. He's been slow. He's been a pain in everybody's butt all race. But now all these cars have dropped off, and he's going to go from like a 36th place finish to probably end up 23rd if he gets around Kurt Busch. I just saw that wreck. Everything happened there. Casey Mears blew up and ran down into Kyle Petty and took out a bunch of people. That's just something that happens. That could happen at any track. We're not going to knock this Las Vegas for it, but other than that, we've had maybe a little too much carnage.
Get ready now. Going green.
But it could just be a one-time deal. I thought that was a green flag. That white popped up and I took off. Okay, come on.
Green, green, green.
One lap to pick up spots.
Black flag. 1 more lap to go.
Don't get spun out. Don't lose a position here. Any position we can gain on Mark Martin is good. Boris Seds for position.
Still there. Clear.
We don't have him because we don't want to get spun out by Mark Martin. Let's not lose this spot though.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Okay.
There's the flag.
Not bad.
It's over.
There we go. That's the race. Michael Waltrip got the win. Ryan Newman finished up there. Dale Jarrett was leading a bunch. He was in the top 5 earlier. Terry Labonte hung out up there. Junior top 10. Robbie Gordon top 10. In the back half are all these cars we are hanging out with all day. Rusty Wallace. Kevin Harvick finished ahead of us. Go to hell. Mark Martin was back there. He got held up by Jeff Gordon and he never recovered. And then, yeah, Jeff Gordon did end up getting around Kurt Busch in the standings at least. So he finished 23rd. A save. Just what a save. What a, I can't think of the word, but he really salvaged. He salvaged his day here. Anything else wild? Jeff Burton retired. I don't think he had. Did he have a DNF? I don't think. Or he might have. There might have been 3 DNFs for him now. That's it. And then Kyle Busch, another DNF. Jimmy Johnson and Tony Stewart both DNF at Daytona. They DNF here, so it's wild. All right, that's it for Las Vegas. I'm still going to use this track. We'll see if it's a one-off for the next season or not, and we'll go from there. All right, next race is Phoenix. We're going to wrap up the West Coast swing. Thanks for watching.